디텍티브 그리모어 한글 패치가 있는지 모르겠지만
2025 last night, a murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction, deep within the heart of the marsh.
Hold on. A tourist attraction? Here? I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in the swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see why it matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
We've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? There's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
뭐 그렇답니다. 그리모어는 현재 이제 에일리언 유명한 곳으로 가고 있고 그곳에서는 이제 에일리언 60 years old alien이 그 murder suspect 그러니까 살인 용의자로서 지목이 된 상태입니다. 물론 개 족반 소리 말라고 그리모어는 얘기를 했죠. 그래서 폴리스 파일을 한번 보도록 합시다. 리차드 레밍턴, founder of tourist attraction Bogey's Bog, was found dead outside his office at 20:45 last night. 보기스 복을 이제 개척하신 리차드 레밍턴 씨는 20시 45분에 본인의 오피스 밖에서 죽어 있었습니다. Exact cause of death unknown. 왜 죽었는지 모르고요. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. 이렇게 3개 구멍 난 거 보면 clawed creature가 이거 했구나. Slime around the wound and the footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Bogey, the legendary swamp creature. 그래서 여기에 상처 주변에 있는 슬라임과 이렇게 생긴 발자국은 이제 보기가 이제 범인이라는 것을 이제 상기시켜 준다. 그래서 any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. 7명 정도 그 스왑프, 그러니까 늪에 있는 7명이 중요한 정보를 가지고 있을지도 모른다 라는 거죠.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this. Boggy's Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
Chapter 1 A Swamp Full of Secrets. 참고로 탱글타워가 이거의 후속작이죠. 디텍티브 그리모어의 후속작인데 탱글타워는 이미 제가 플레이한 적이 있었고 그리모어 그림체는 이때가 더 낫네요.
Your case file is in the top right. You can look at your clues and suspect when you've collected some of. I'll stay and guard our boat. Come back here and I'll... Back so soon. What's troubling you?
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Getting rusty, I see. Don't panic, I'll go over the basics. First of all, you can examine things you find in the swamp by tapping on them. My advice is to be thorough. You won't regret it.
What about the suspects?
That's simple. Just tap on anyone you meet and begin talking to them. You'll eventually be able to choose from a list of topics, some of which might not be available at first. So you'll need to visit each suspect several times. My advice is to
Be thorough and I won't regret it. Yeah, I got it. Talk to everyone about everything.
If you must put it so bluntly, you can move around the swamp by selecting walk mode with the button on the bottom right, and then choosing a direction.
So, wait. What's the button on the top right?
That's the most important button of all. It opens your case file. It's where you keep all...
Oh, I remember. I keep all my notes in there. Everything about suspects, clues, and the areas I've been to.
Precisely. If you get lost, read through your case file. It should help you decide what you need to do next. Good luck. Ah, back so soon. What's trouble?
Your mustache is troubling me. That thing seems to be longer every time I see you.
You've been warned about this, Detective. Don't talk about my facial hair, and I won't talk about yours.
What's wrong with mine? It's perfectly under control. It's trimmed and ready for action.
Grimore, you're supposed to be investigating a murder. Stop wasting time.
So, where are we? It feels like the middle of nowhere.
That's a fairly accurate description. We've arrived at a tourist attraction known as Boggy's Bog. Legend has it that a mysterious creature lives in this swamp.
Right, that's Boggy.
Exactly. And in recent years, it seems somebody has tried to commercialize that legend. And the swamp itself.
But the owner was the murder victim, wasn't he?
Yes, unfortunately, he'll be unavailable for questioning.
그렇답니다.
That's the biggest tree. That's a lot of fog and a lot of trees. I can't wait to visit that area. That's where I can switch to walk mode with the button in the Oh, and if I'm feeling, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the... just an old tree.
뭐야, 처음 본 단어다. Gurnold? How can I pronounce that? 나이가 많거나.
Is an opportunity for a photo. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they? Is an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water. Is an old... I still don't quite understand why we have a tree. Don't forget to use walk mode to... I don't... The fence that seems to surround us entire... No clues.
일일이 다 해석하진 않을게요. 중요한 것만.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, well, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
뭐 이런 개싸가지라고 하면 안 되겠나? 우리 초면 아닌가?
I've never seen you before.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and behave.
You'll get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... She disappeared. I might pretend I imagined her. just my luck that looks like I can move these metal latches around. I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
아, 오케이. 알아들었어. 이해했다 이 말이야.
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office. This is the tourist attraction. The whole thing just doesn't make sense. Let's do some thinking. Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom and flick through the connecting statements to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus and reach a conclusion. Boggy's bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
자, it's far too remote. Is way too big for a swamp. The swamp is too stupid for the tourist attraction to make any money.
The swamp is too stupid for the tourist attraction to make any money. Ooh, that's...
이게 아니라고?
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really... What's the story behind this?
좀 거지 같다잉.
It's the base of a gigantic tree, and it's sitting in the very heart. Was this entire place built? It's a fork in the road. How non-linear. It's a fork. Was this in... Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to... I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food. There's a hollow part. I should visit the crime scene before I do anything. I think Officer James said it was to the west. A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. I should visit the crime scene before I do anything. I think Officer James... Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner. Looks like a rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden path. It's hard to ignore. Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Bong. I can't wait.
가보도록 할까요?
There's a narrow path here leading up that hill, and it doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction. Rocks sitting in the water, like, if that was a natural occurrence, it's a very convenient one. There's a narrow path here leading up that hill, and it doesn't look inviting. Rocks sitting in the water. This area is kind of empty. I can't see anything worth writing down. I should visit the crime scene.
여기가 크라임 씬이네.
So, this is where they found Remington's body. The strange footprints stopped. Maybe I should take a close... Maybe I can move some of them out of the way.
어이, 못 봤어. strange green flippers who left this line. 아, 플리퍼가 있다. 그러니까 예, 그렇답니다.
What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst the weeds down here. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that. That's the. But I wonder where this lockpick came.
A lockpick discarded near the entrance to Remington's office, covered in a strange liquid slime, most likely used by the murderer to break into Remington's office. 아니, 증거가 존나 많네요, 생각보다.
I don't like it here. There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes and back down into those reeds by. It's Remington's office. But I don't think I have a choice. There's an open window above Remington. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside.
커튼이 이렇게 돼 있고. 살펴볼 건 없을 것 같아.
The strange. Maybe I should take. I can't get in here without a key. And maybe if I get desperate. Let's get this investigation. All right, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional
Bobby Burl.
cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimore. Strange. Is that your first name?
It's my 23rd name, but it's the one I like the best. First name, what's the first name? It's my second name. Detective is my. 다 씨발 장난치는 거잖아.
It's actually my 23rd name, but it's the one I like the best. So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
어제
Perhaps it was something he ate.
카페에서 봤다고 하네요.
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment. You should ask someone else. Try showing it to somebody different. What is it? That's great. I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? Yes, do you have a message for me?
No, I don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Van Der Peer.
The famous movie director?
The artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
That is a very talented beard you've got, at least.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'd be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
My eyebrows. Oh. Oh.
Bobby Burl has always had permission from Vincent Van Der Peer to film here in the swamp. I'm losing my mind.
나도 그래. 감이 안 오네 이건. 뭘 어떻게 해야 될지 모르겠어요. 감이 잘 안 옵니다. 감이 잘 오지 않아요.
Vincent Van Der Peer offered to help Bobby Burl to film here in the swamp. Can Van Der Peer just do whatever he wants? Vincent Van Der Peer offered to help Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. Ooh, that's...
아니야 이거?
Richard Remington offered to help Vincent Van Der Peer to film here in the swamp. I'm... Vincent Van Der Peer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Van Der Peer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
I wonder if Mr. Van Der Peer has been breaking rules, or maybe he'll have an excuse. 그렇답니다.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy? About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
좀 애매한 부분이 있지만 그래도 쩌는 사람이기 때문에 같이 일하시는 것 같아요.
Were you
어젯밤에.
working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed I was working, very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual, yes. Difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burrow, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective. But there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that was nowhere to be found.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burrow was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrow doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Where was Bobby Burrow?
I don't know if it's... I'll fill... If you want... I don't... You won't... If... The world's premier director. The king of wit and whimsy. You met him. You're a lucky man.
Well, I know.
He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course. Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible! Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday, that was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I think so, yes. I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Oh, there
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way. I wonder how that... Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper. Right. That... I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money?
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
exact time of the murder. Filmed by Vincent Van de Peer in the clearing on the west side of the swamp near the crime scene. There is nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. Listen to them in order. 근처에서 찍고 있었던 거랍니다.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had to walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
It was broken. This area...
상당히 지금 생략된 느낌이 들어요.
This area's...
Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess. The famous director, and my friend.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had to walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes, but I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
지도하지 마. 이거네. 와우.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
A blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burrow shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Bobby in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. 그렇답니다.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there?
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know.
별 말은 안 하네. 이동해 볼까요?
There's a narrow path here leading up to... It doesn't look inviting. Rocks sitting in the water like if that was a natural...
Oh?
또 괴짜 같은 사람이 한 명 있네요.
You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, you know, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you against a wall?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
You come here every day?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid... Shoot. No.
아는 게 없노.
A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too. I have nothing to say about them. You're asking?
Boggy is
이 관심
the creature you're trying to
관련
protect.
없는
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost. The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
뭐 그렇대요. 움직입시다.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Boggy dolls, Boggy toys, Boggy postcards. Yeah. Brightly colored Boggy. Is there something? What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong. It's some kind of roughly made costume. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuck. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess. What on? It's a photo of the swamp entrance. There's really no way to tell. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know. It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. Boggy doll.
This is bogey. That doesn't look like official merchandise.
There aren't many clues over here, but I don't think so. There aren't many clues, but I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope. There aren't many clues over here, but I don't think so. There aren't, but I... sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Did you miss me?
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your head I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kinda dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted. When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Now look, you've noticed the gift. Oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
What could Sally's leggings possibly have to do with this case?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is. That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before.
확실히 얘건 아니네.
They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them.
It's a hum.
What? Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's... These... Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular. This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Where are you?
Her. I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protest used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
파파원은 누구시죠?
Echo spends more time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. Maybe there's something people have noticed about Echo. Spends more time holding the protest sign and less time in his tent. Oh, that does... Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest. Predictably, a trash can, and I just can't resist the glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash. Hello, what's this? Or something more...
These look like designs for a bogey costume. What's going on around here?
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
자꾸 모르는 게 나온다.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what the swamp creature ever existed. Oh, that. The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo was doing last night. Ooh, that did the real creature show up last night? The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here, and I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Chapter 2. A Deadly Disguise.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
Water everywhere. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. The tables and chairs are made out of pot, I think. Nep. There's a little locked door on the side of the I think it's part of the... A shipwreck? In a swamp? And why is there a cafe growing out of the sun? A shipwreck? And grass... There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect, too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
What's so challenging about an old swamp?
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward. Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No,
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in this swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice.
Swamp juice.
Try it.
It looks like... Well, I'll try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Rogue dog was the reason then.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to? Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening. I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh. He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with. You don't know... You don't know everything. It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently. It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there. That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains. I can't help you with that one.
커튼에서 떼진 거예요.
Why don't you show that to someone else? Hey, don't... Hey... Why don't... You have a lot of suspects on that list. It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently. Which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance. I don't know what to say. I don't know. You have a lot of... You're a prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly. He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it? A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Has the appearance of strange liquid slime. Harper says a lot of swamp juice has disappeared from this stop recently. 와, 좆되네.
Someone please tell me why there's a house. Well, the lights are on. I wouldn't be using this old rope bridge if I had a choice. I've seen the movies, I know what happens. Someone please... Well... It feels like I've stepped into nighttime. What happened to... The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the... A little blanket on a little bed. It makes... There's a whole load of needles and wool in that. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know any... The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool. Check out that sunlight beaming through... It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses. This is like... an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain. The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention. But I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimore, and I think I might agree with you. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
What about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set. But if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry.
What? Flower book. A page from Weybridge's book of pressed flowers contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can't be found anywhere else.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Ha!
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down. I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman. If you bring me something with liquid on, you can... No thank... There's two of them. And...
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid in and tap the faucet. And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid. Come on, Grimoire. Come on. Come on. Got it. Now I know what that liquid consists. I'll write it down in my...
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able... You can... No. If you... You...
Let's see. First thing we do is put the and tap. And now... Got it! Now I know. I'll write it down. That looks pretty... Let's see. First and tap.
아니 다 똑같잖아 이 사람아.
And now... Got it! Now I'll write it down. Is that this was the exact...
I'm not even sure who that is. You should... She doesn't live in a tree. I'm not even... A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though. Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree. I have nothing good to say, so I won't say anything at all.
Ah.
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
You're the one who needs a little push.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand. This staircase is a tree, and this place is... It's like a little farm. The water's clear. I can see my roof. Not bad. The water's... I can... Not bad.
뭐야?
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see... This side of the museum is surrounded by blue... I don't think it's a... This... Wait, is it... Which makes it look even... Is it being held up on wooden support? That museum is... Which... Is it... That's the logo for... So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction. I hope they don't charge an entrance fee. That museum... Which makes it... Is it being... It's a stepping stone path that goes past the museum, and so glad I'm wearing my best shoes today. It's a stepping stone, so... The door's jammed unless I can get these brass... Seems like I can rotate them just until the gap in the middle is... That top hat guy would have so struggled. Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on, something doesn't... I think I should try arranging these models. Something seems out of place. I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit. It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Gloves from a homemade bogey costume, found hidden among the sculptures in the museum. It does not have any claws, covered in a strange liquid slime.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it's a poster from... It says... Another, but actually, I think this is from... This journal, it's full of drawings and notes all about... It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire...
The journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of bogey existing contains notes and sketches of the appearance of the swamp creature. Bogey is shown with 3 small claws on each arm. His feet are always hidden in the water. There seems to be a page ripped from the back. 그렇답니다. 중요한 건
Let's
아니에요.
see here. Who first discovered Boggy in the... So, let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum. For fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches in which he has 3 claws on his arm. The modern character has simple fin-like arms instead to make him less threatening. 이건 좀 중요한데? 원래는 이제 3개의 클라워가 있었는데 여기 이제는 그러니까 캐릭터에서는 덜 위협적이게 하기 위해서 없앴다. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some express belief that information is out there somewhere.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully. The lockpick I found inside Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. The lockpick I found inside our boat might belong to Agent Folder. I don't get it. The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something. For a Boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's... I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe... Nothing but foolishness. You're wasting your precious time. I'd never... This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously. This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really. You're wasting your...
What's a crypt?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on. Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid... Look, now... I have no interest in... You're wasting your... Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright? An important piece of the puzzle! This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place. Well, this is a... I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it. The real swamp creature had claws, 3 on each hand to be precise. Why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead? Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies. Go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now? So, what are we showing Folder now? Where did I find this again? I found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Uh-huh.
I found these designs for a costume, a Boggy costume.
Uh-huh. The legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell. I really don't have an opinion. You should have... Try showing it to somebody. You should have... I'm sorry. What is it? That's the...
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
I'm sorry I have not... What is it? I'm sorry.
What can you tell me about these designs?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your Boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too. I'm a busy... You want me to...
한 번씩은 다 하는 게 성미에 맞아.
I don't... You won't... I don't... You...
Even though I have... This door has 2 keys, so... Photos and paintings line, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together, maybe it'll reveal a secret. This photograph, and then some other men I don't know. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
First Order Cryptozoological Hunters Headquarters, 1963. A group photo of a hunting club. A young Remington stands up and press. They are all holding rifles. 딱히 중요해 보이진 않는데,
The open window
당장.
looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped up. An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can...
An old-fashioned hunting rifle found discarded on the floor in Remington's office.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and it's all about Boggy. An ink bottle spilled onto his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings. It's a letter Remington was before something caused him to spill his... My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but I've only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the map. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close. All due to the simple the rest is obscured. What a tease. It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is Richard, our man of the world. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be... Send word when you... The letter is signed F, and attached is... It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea. It's a note. The handwriting is Richard, our man of the... We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in... Send word. The letter is... And it's some... Oh, Vincent Vanderpeer's business. There's a couple of numbers scribbled. There's a map. There's a map of the swamp lying on the... It's a letter before my dear... It's a letter before my... It's something about those 3... I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly...
A fireplace poker. A fireplace poker hidden in the Remington's office. It has 3 small prongs on the end. 이걸로 찔렀네. There's a small amount of dried blood on the tips of the prongs, covered in a strange-looking slime. The 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon?
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
셀리는 왜 자꾸 나오는데?
The hunting photo explains why Richard Remington murdered the victim. I'm losing my mind. There's something about Mr. Remington. The hunting photo explains why Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. Ooh, that's... The hunting photo disproves that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Chapter 3.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been. These animals... I don't recognize any of them. No way. No. These animals... I don't This is the creepiest office. It's a sharp metal poker. Something about those 3 prongs. I feel like I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A Boggy costume.
It's Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes. You're asking. He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will. You're wasting your time with... Ah, yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well, and we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask...
I'm touched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
I have a silly nickname.
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy. And more... Let's work out... Notebook. You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Why not?
And normal... You've been... Let's work... Notebook. You've been hiding in your tent from the taxman.
Why not?
And... Notebook time. You've been in your tent because it's been raining.
Why not?
And You've been hiding in your tent because the swamp is haunted.
Why not?
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no. I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says... Thank you.
선생님, 쟤는 도대체 뭐야?
It's a friend.
Hey.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You'd never see me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
Making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of more suspicious than me? Let's agree on that. Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other more suspicious than me? Let's agree on that. I think...
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
Is that what... I have... I can draw.
Could you
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel. I have... Wait... I have no idea.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much. You don't... It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason. One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey. That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason, he was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently. Why don't you show... You don't know everything. You have a lot of suspects on that list. I don't know what to say.
Someone... Well... You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting?
그게 맞춰지네요, 보여주죠.
Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again. doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's Bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
You can put...
Let's see. First and
다 초록색이잖아.
and now... Got it! Now I know. I'll write it down and... What's going on? That was definitely the same as... There's something about that green slime.
셀리 왜 자꾸 나오는데?
The fireplace broker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
No, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that.
Let's see. And now... Got it! Now, it's the exact...
You should ask some... I know.
I'm supposed to look to the past, right? The swamp creature founded Boggy's Bog when Boggy became a famous cartoon character. What is that? I'm starting to piece together the killed the swamp creature when Boggy became a famous cartoon character. I don't get it. The swamp creature killed the swamp creature when Boggy was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Oh, that doesn't... Richard Remington killed the swamp creature when Boggy was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. What is that? Is Weybridge connected to the swamp's history? Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was hunted and killed. Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer. I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
You took it from the journal? No.
Oh, did...
Yeah.
You
were the...
Oh, did...
Yeah.
You... That
The one
you learn.
there's a pig.
Or what?
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then I'll show it to you.
Is this you? He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back. What's this? Footprints.
The lost page ripped out of the explorer's journal, given the Weybridge by the explorers 60 years ago. Features a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Also features drawings of Bogey's feet and footprint. She has 2 toes at the front and 1 at the back. This page proves that footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Bogey. Yup. Let's go to Miss Sally.
What?
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimore?
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Find that toy, a small plastic toy sold at the gift shop. As a cartoon appearance of Bogey's feet are hidden in a bucket of water.
No. The one.
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course. I'm a... Show...
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave. Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he? No thanks. No thanks.
What can you tell me about...
Show it.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know! I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets. What is it?
This area's... This...
What?
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him. You won't...
This area... What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. Look at it. They often use that little red bucket to hide them. I have no idea. So, I wonder who else knows about it. So, you found it. I wonder... You're wasting your
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that. I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
He drew. I was 20 years old.
I bet it's not. Does this...
Yeah.
Are you going...
No. No.
It feels...
You don't...
Hey.
I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little...
It's just... I'm... boggy.
And that...
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I forgot all about him.
Ah,
What, Swamp? The water.
ah,
I forgot all about him.
뭐야? 순서가 바뀌었어.
I didn't find him.
what? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Buggy from last night? Let me see that photo. If that's not Buggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature? What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Buggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think. This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone? I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work
The
out...
video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you...
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over. I think that...
Ah, excellent. There's just two small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailants survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare them with the original design I found.
Wait!
You're right, and I never would not lying around.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle?
This torso is probably made out of some thick material. Something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
soften the impact from a bullet! Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume? But how? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
Yep.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret. The hunting photo was framed because Echo was here to hunt Boggy. Oh, that doesn't...
감이 안 온다 이거. 뭐지?
Our police file leads me to believe Echo was stolen by Boggy. I don't get a secret that Remington kept hidden in his office. The hunting photo leads me to believe Echo was here to hunt Boggy. Ooh, that... The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy. A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
You didn't have the right. You shouldn't have your...
Detective.
You. It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
Hey, wait!
Aha! Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
결국 저 꼬마애는 뭐야?
Grimoire.
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And, well, we agree with you. But I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
Oh?
I'm impressed someone met, and I'm It's a colorful piece. Stare. This area's rock. If that rock, if that. So did you? It says. But.
So, I have no Next time, I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they.
What did he ask?
Because you should. This person is a.
No, I. Hunting memorabilia. It would. This is this rest. But I the stream. What? I don't like. Rock, if that. Sir.
What?
It's no. The two. And I'm impressed. It's Echo's tent. It's a colorful piece staring at. It's a. It's a journal. Bad news. I don't know what to do. They'll shut this place down, sure. That's all he's written. It's Echo. These flower petals. The.